Have to versus get to mentality. Now, first, you might be thinking about, what's that have to do with anything? I'll give you a couple examples and maybe that'll help you to see what I'm getting at. For instance, if I was like, I have to make these videos, then I'm like, oh God, I gotta make it. I gotta put everything together. I gotta plan it out. I gotta think about all the things that I gotta do. What if people don't like it? When I say I have to do something, there's all kinds of like negative thoughts that come with it. But when I say I get to make these videos, I focus on the fact that, hey, I get to help people. I get to inspire people. I get to encourage people. I get to spread the gifts that have been given to me. See the difference? Small, subtle thing, but it all starts with the whole have to versus get to mentality. What about I have to go to work, right? The second you say I have to go to work, your brain's kind of like, oh my God, I have to go to work. I got to deal with all these people I don't get along with. I have to do these things for multiple hours that I don't feel like doing. And you just get all this negative feeling and consequences that kind of roll with the whole have to mentality. Versus I get to go to work. I have the opportunity to go to my job. Some people aren't working right now. I'm blessed right now to have this job that pays me what it does. And hopefully, I can work my way up. And so just kind of the have to versus get to. This goes with eating. This goes with anything else you could think of. I have to eat healthy, like, oh God, I have to eat this meal again, versus I get to eat healthy, knowing that it's going to make me feel better. I have to exercise versus I get to exercise. The list goes on, but it all starts right up here with what are you telling yourself? If you tell yourself you have to do it, there's something about us. I think it's the rebellious side in all of us. When I'm told I have to do something, I kind of don't want to do it now, right? Maybe it's the inner child in us, all those years of being kids where we couldn't do things and our parents didn't told us, don't do that. And we kind of naturally got curious to do it. Versus the get to mentality is it kind of gives you like hey, this is a privilege. This is an opportunity for me. And I'm glad to do this. Now, you know me, I always got to go with research because I love research. And it's way more in depth, but I'll give you the basics of it. They did a research study where they put somebody in a room, with the whole two-way glass mirror and all that stuff. And they sat them down, and then they got this nice warm plate of hot chocolate chip cookies that smelled delicious and amazing, according to the research study. And they put it next to them, and they said, hey, we're going to be right back in a little bit. Don't eat these cookies, right? So the people don't know that's part of the research. It's just, there's some cookies. We're going to tell you don't eat them. Let's see if you eat them or you don't. No big deal, right? What could it be? And then after the 20-minute was up, they came back. And then obviously some people ate them, some people didn't. Once again, they were doing it individually. And then they gave them this unsolvable maze, like a little quiz. And the whole goal was, let's see if the people can make it 20 minutes, giving it their best effort and just fully trying for 20 minutes, right? Now, your mind might naturally go like, well, the people who ate the cookies, they're pretty disciplined to not eat them, so they probably did the best. And the people who ate the cookies probably did the worst because they didn't have the discipline to force themselves to stop. That's what I thought, at least. As the research came out, the people who ate the cookies worked the entire 20 minutes. They were in good moods. They went hard. They gave it everything they had. At the end of it, they're like, dang, man, I just couldn't quite get it. No big deal. They were actually, in a pretty good mood. The people who resisted the cookies were angry. They were mad. They were frustrated. 5-10 minutes in, a lot of them banged on the mirror and just said, hey, this is stupid. This is dumb. This is unsolvable. Why do you guys have me doing this? This research is stupid. This quiz is stupid. I don't even want to be here anymore. Almost none of them made it the full 20 minutes. So what are you getting at, Mario? My point is, we only have a finite amount of mental resource, of mental endurance. And when you force yourself to do things you don't feel like doing, but you do it anyways, it takes a lot of mental energy to do that. The people who resisted the cookies used up a lot of mental energy resisting those delicious cookies right there. And because they used up a lot of mental energy for that, they had no mental energy left for this quiz. Versus the people who were like, ooh, cookies, yum. They didn't waste any resources resisting the cookies. They just went for it. And they had plenty of mental energy left to give their best effort on that quiz. So what am I getting at? Every time you say I have to, it just drains your mental energy that much more. Every time you say I get to, it has very little drain on your brain. Matter of fact, it might even encourage you a little bit. And that's what I want for you guys. You guys have families, you have jobs, you have houses and places you got to take care of. You need every last ounce of energy you got to give them everything you got, man. And so I just want you guys to be a little bit more happy, a little bit more cheery. And it all starts with being grateful. If you wake up every morning and say, these are the things that I'm grateful for, it will improve and lift your whole day, man. It's So that's why I'm telling you guys, focus on get to versus have to. Obviously, I want you guys to focus on I get to do this. You're going to accomplish anything you want as long as you want to sacrifice and put in the work. I believe in you. Go get them.